It's one thing to create wealth and richness for ourselves, but it's one thing to be able to provide for our kids and our kids and our kids' kids. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Reni. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. If you're new here, welcome. On my channel, I do fashion, finance, lifestyle, and much more. And today we're gonna get into a video about the employee share ownership plan and why you need one. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you doing? Make sure you hit it right now. As many of you know, I am very passionate about creating generational wealth. It's one thing to create wealth and richness for ourselves, but it's one thing to be able to provide for our kids and our kids and our kids' kids. Especially in the Black community, I feel like we often don't know many things that we should know that our counterparts are taking advantage of. So that's why I want to give you all this knowledge so that we can, as a community, can build generational wealth. With the employee share ownership plan, this is a way for us to create wealth, and it is essentially free money. Many other people are taking advantage of free money and we are not. So I'm gonna give you all the goods about how to get free money from your employers, and so many people are taking advantage of it, so why aren't you? The employee share ownership plan is a program or a benefit that your employer, if you work for a public company, and some private companies have this, but it's mostly for public companies, they will allow you to become a part owner in their company. So just like you get health benefits, dental benefits, there are other benefits that are available, and this is one of them. I think a lot of people choose to ignore this benefit because it seems like you're paying out to get this benefit. In reality, there's a huge advantage for you and you should definitely take advantage of it. So as we've discussed many times, we should be investing our money in the stock market. So I can go and invest and buy a share of Starbucks, for example. Anyone can go and do that. But the benefit is that if I work at Starbucks, you can be a barista or you can work in head office. If I work at Starbucks, I can take advantage of their share ownership plan. They will give me shares for either a discounted price or they will match my contributions. So this is a much better way to make your money go further and make your money work for you. So I'll explain exactly how that works. As a Starbucks employee, which I am not, but for example, as a Starbucks employee, the current share price of a Starbucks stock is $72.41 US. If I went on my bank and I decided to purchase the stock, I could buy it for that price. However, as an employee, they often have plans, and I know Starbucks has a great plan where they'll give you the stock for a discounted price. So say it's 20% off. Starbucks will literally say, okay, you can buy our stocks, we'll take it out of your paycheck and it will be 20% off. Of course you should take advantage of this. So that stock that I could buy for $72 will now be $58. That is such a great benefit, and it allows you to buy more with the same amount of money. Another way companies do this, and I know my company does this, is that they will match your contributions. So say their plan is that for every dollar that you invest, they will give you 50 cents. That is free money. You should take advantage of it. So if I invest $200, they will give me $100 on top of that. Of course, you should take advantage of this. It has to be invested into their shares, of course. They're not going to just give you free money for no reason. But this is something that we should all try to take advantage of. But there are a few caveats. For example, your company should be a solid company in a great sector. So if you're working at that company and you believe it is a strong, stable company, they have good management, and you can see it being a company that will last for the long term, then of course go for this plan. If you do not think these things apply, maybe try to avoid that. You are better off putting your money in another company. Another thing you should do is make sure you read the terms and conditions of what the company is offering you. Not all share ownership plans are equal. So some are great, like the Starbucks plan, I've heard great things about it, but other ones, they may say, okay, you have to be at our company for 3 years before you can get any of the money from us. Well, if you don't plan on being on that company for 3 years, this may not be the best option, and you're better off just investing on your own without them. I really think the benefit of an employee share ownership plan is that it's a forced savings vehicle. As humans, we often want to spend our money, spend our money, spend our money. But if the money is taken out of our paycheck before we even receive it, it will be a forced investment without you even seeing it. Basically, you can't miss something that you never see. So for me, every week, 3% of my paycheck goes into the shares of my company. I don't even see this money, so I have no opportunity to spend it. I have no opportunity to even miss it. It's something that I've just grown to live without. So I know that 3% of my paycheck is automatically gonna go into my shares, and then they'll match that contribution that I've made. The best thing you can do for yourself is to automate your saving and investing, because this is something that as humans we naturally do not want to do. So if you can make it an automatic process, then obviously you should do that. The company often gives you an option of how you want to invest it. So you can invest it in your TFSA through the share ownership plan, you can invest it in your RRSP, or many different options that they give to you. I think you should be careful and look at your investments holistically, so that if you're very close to the contribution room for your TFSA, for example, make sure that you're not doing your share ownership plan through your TFSA, or else you'll go over the limit and then you will be penalized by the government. So just make sure that you have a holistic view of all of your investments and you understand exactly where you can invest and where you can't invest. Of course, go for the tax deferred or tax free options first, but if those are maximized, don't go for them, or else the penalties that you get will not even be worth it. One last thing to add is that if you are in a senior level position such as a C-suite executive, a VP, or a director, and you have the option to negotiate your salary or negotiate your contract when you're signing on, make sure that you ask for more shares. If your company is in a good sector that you actually want to invest in, make sure you ask for shares as part of your sign-on bonus. This is something that a lot of people overlook, and you're leaving free money on the table. They're usually more willing to give you shares than they are to give you a $10,000 raise. So asking for more shares can actually lead to that $10,000 increase. So I think that every single person should make sure that they negotiate. Even if you're not a senior executive, if this is an option, go for it. Once again, not all plans are created equally, and I'm not a financial advisor, so make sure you consult your financial advisor before you actually go ahead with this. But again, there are so many benefits to us. Do your research, do your Googles, and then make sure that you take advantage of this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.